Me and Erin asked everybody for their assumptions of us and spinal cord injuries. So today we're going to be addressing everything that everyone said. If you are new here, me and Erin are both quadriplegic from a spinal cord injury. And yeah, so we're just going to get right into the assumptions. It takes a long time, years, before you fully accept, come to terms with your injury, new life.
I still probably haven't fully come to terms with it. I have adapted and learned how to make this life work for me and to be happy.
For me, personally, yes. I think everybody handles things differently, but it definitely took a long time for me to come to terms with it.
I assume that you miss your hand function more than being able to walk.
Again, that one is a yes for me because I feel like I could be independent with hand function, but no like any other movement. But like the other way around, I don't know. It's really hard to do everyday things without the use of your hands.
For sure. This is a huge one for me, and I've actually said this to my mom and to other people. I'm like, people don't get it. They're like, oh, she's in a wheelchair. Like, she must really miss walking. It's like, no, I miss like having my hands and, you know, being able to do everything the way I wanted to do it. It takes away a lot of your independence not having your hand function. You grieve the loss of your hand function more than the loss of your legs.
You must get annoyed or frustrated at people's assumptions regularly. I mean,
yes. I assume if you are in a power chair, you have more things wrong with you and possibly a brain injury.
I think people do look at people in power chairs differently.
So yeah, this is a big one because I think people automatically assume that if you're in a power chair that you have a different diagnosis, because whenever I'm out in my power chair, people will talk to me differently if they talk to me at all.
Like just earlier today, me and my dad were at the store and somebody asked him, he was like, hey, how are you doing? And then he asked him how I was doing. And my dad was like, ask her.
So people tend to talk to either my mom or Jack or whoever I'm with, like they won't talk directly to me, which is wrong anyway. Even if someone does have a brain injury, always like speak to them and you'll learn pretty quickly if they can respond or not.
It's very, very, very hard. I would be angry with God.
It is very hard, obviously.
Now, I mean, everybody goes to an angry period, I feel like, and I'm angry on and off still. But I wouldn't say that I'm angry with God. I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and it's made me who I am today. So you just have to try to be thankful for everything, even if it's something that you wouldn't necessarily want for yourself.
I don't think I was angry with God. I think that I was definitely confused. So I like to think that I was pretty lucky to be alive. So instead of saying, why me? I'm like, why not me? Why am I so lucky to be one of the survivors and not just someone that died in some tragic accident?
That you avoid thinking about the day of the accident.
This is true for a lot of people, but I don't really, because the day of my accident was a great day. I was like in Boston all day, and it was summer. I was with Jack, and we had like the best day ever in Boston. And that's a really good memory for me. So,
me personally, it doesn't really bother me to think about it very much. I mean, I really don't think about it that often though. It was so long ago. I mean, it was like 10 years ago for me. You broke your neck or your back. Well, that one's true. I definitely broke my neck.
A lot of people actually think that it's like a back injury, and people, especially like on TikTok and stuff, will always be like, oh, like make some joke about me breaking my back, and I'm always like, yeah, I broke my neck, you know. I assume that these last 4 years have changed how you see the world, for better or for worse. Yeah, I think for sure, 100%. It has changed how I see the world. It has changed how I see people with disabilities. It's like I feel so much for people going through anything. And that is why I want to really be involved with disability rights and advocacy and a disability lawyer and all that. So yeah, it's definitely changed me a lot.
Did you ever wish you hadn't made it when you were grieving?
So I don't think that I really ever wished this, but like on my hard days in the beginning, I know that I said to my mom, like, why didn't I just die? Like, why am I living to suffer? Like, why didn't I just die? But I don't think that I ever actually wanted to die.
I mean, that's a hard one, because when you're in so much pain, like, you just want the pain to stop. And, you know, when you're just upset and hurting all the time, you definitely get in a bad spot. I think about my family and stuff, so I don't wish that I didn't make it, because I know that would have been so much harder on them.
I assume you get tired of sitting and need some sort of movement through therapy and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get tired of sitting. Like, it gets really annoying, because sometimes I just want to not be touching anything. Like, I don't want to be sitting in my chair. I don't want to be laying in the bed. Like, I just want to float in the air, or, you know, walk.
Yes, definitely. Some people with this injury love to stand. I don't, because I get super dizzy, but I try to stand as much as I can for my bone health. And I feel so much better, like, if I do my stim bike, or just get my legs moving, because I just feel like it's so good for my blood flow in my body and just my mental health.
You knew nothing about disability, SCI before injury?
Yeah, definitely did not know anything. I mean, I like to think that I thought I knew a little bit about disabilities, but
I didn't know anything at all whatsoever.
Not really, especially spinal cord injuries. I didn't even know spinal cord injury was a thing.
Maybe that's why God put me in this position. I don't know.
I assume people notice you when you are out and about and have various reactions to you.
Definitely get different reactions. I've had some very rude people, and then I've had some very nice people.
I will say adults do stare too, and that actually is annoying, because I will stare back, like I'll be like this. And we'll stare at each other that long. And I'm like, when you just look away, either say something or just look away, you know, one or the other. So I don't know.
You have to get up pretty darn early to leave in time and start your day to get somewhere.
I used to have to get up like 2 hours early.
That is definitely true. Do I wish that I could just jump up and put a pair of pants and a t-shirt on and some shoes and leave the house? Yes. But there's definitely a few more steps.
Okay, so I missed the last 4 questions. Don't judge me. I don't know what happened.
You can push or drive your chair easily.
At first, I could not drive my power chair easily, but then I could, and it's still hard to push my manual wheelchair with power assist wheels, so.
I can definitely drive my chair easily. I mean, my arm will still get tired if I'm going a long distance and I'm like holding my arm in the same spot for a while, but pushing a chair, I have to have some kind of power assist or something. I am not nowhere near strong enough to push a chair with me in it. I swear the hand function would be nice. A little bit of grip, you know, to roll. You can't feel anything, so you must not feel pain.
Well, for me, I don't feel pain. I just get super dysreflexic. I'll feel it somewhere else in my body, like referred pain, or I'll just sweat and be all tingly.
I can't necessarily feel pain, so like if somebody stabbed me in the leg or something, I would not feel the pain. But with dysreflexia, I would definitely feel it, because, you know, like there's headaches and stuff like that. So it's like we have our own kind of pain. You must have been in a car accident.
No, people say that to me all the time because that's one of the number 1 causes of spinal cord injuries, but no.
Well, yeah, that's me. I don't have some fun, wild, crazy story. It was just a car accident for me. I'm not like Erin, Miss Attention Hog over there, and has a cool story and everything, you know. The only thing wrong is that you can't walk.
That is what a lot of people assume, and people are like, ooh, it wouldn't be that bad to be in a wheelchair, but then I'm like,
How I wish that was true. but it is not. Furthest thing from the truth. There is so much more that goes along with a spinal cord injury than just not being able to walk.
Bowel and bladder incontinence, UTIs, losing muscle mass, bone health, and more.
How is dating? It seems hard.
I literally don't. I have a boyfriend and he's been with me since I was injured, and so I have not dated with this injury, and I would assume as well that it is probably hard, but Emmy will answer.
I mean, it's definitely harder, but I feel like dating is hard in any situation. But with mine, I'm not just gonna say like, hey, come pick me up if you're like a stranger and, just getting dropped off. Like, I don't know. It's definitely weird because like you don't want to ask a stranger for help either. I can't exactly defend myself the best. I really just have to feel super comfortable. But other than that, I just don't date. You gotta be one special fellow.
So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys learned something.
Thank you to everyone who sent in assumptions. We hope that this cleared some things up. We really appreciate everybody, and thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time. But I'm fine, we're still normal people over here. Well,
Next one is a little off topic, but it's, y'all say pop over soda. No, I don't. I'd say soda.